Yeah, we hear you. Do you hear me? I hear you.
You're live. You're live.
Low. Can. You. Here. Me. I'm a dork.
I can't hear a fucking thing.
I don't know if anybody will come on tonight. It's late, but whatever.
That's okay. I'm just writing a story about you in the book of the Divine Toolbox right now. So, like literally, I've turned you into a tool, Dave.
Bluetooth.
All right.
But it's a good story.
I'm higher quality than Snap-on.
Yeah. I think we all are.
I found volume. God damn it. You'd think I'd have this down by now. How you doing tonight, gentlemen?
I'm doing good.
Turner, how are you?
Not bad. You?
Oh, pretty good. I just went spelunking.
Spelunking. Aha.
Not really. I went to the Home Depot in Cypress Park. It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, except for those targets move.
Yeah, it's kind of dark and dank over there. Not a bad day, though.
Well,
how's everybody 4th of July weekend or week or whatever it is going so far?
Well, it was absolutely boring. Everyone went on vacation. No one dropped off any work for me to do. Everything was closed, so I couldn't get the things that I needed. And the things that I needed that were at the stores that were open weren't the right ones. And so I just spent my whole weekend going stir crazy and doing weird stuff on YouTube.
Now, what is the Canadian stance? What is the Canadian consensus on the 4th of July and the Declaration of Independence and all that?
Isn't yours one day before ours?
No, ours is on the 1st. We support. We do July 1st.
That's only because they wanted to beat us. Just so you understand.
No, it's because a couple years after you guys got your independence, we got our independence. You guys got independence first. It took us a little bit longer to win our independence, but you guys beat us on that one. We just got.
I know the Canadian government
got it on a day of a month before yours.
I know the Canadian government beat us on Depends. The Canadians need Depends more than we did.
Yeah. Once upon a time, us Canadians were more powerful than you guys. We burnt your White House down twice, so. But nah, we did it in the great joy of just fun, because you got to also remember, in Canada we had a little island called Newfoundland that had a whole bunch of Newfies that single-handedly took Parliament for a day. They actually stormed Parliament and took Parliament. So our own country conquered our country. That says a lot for us.
Well, and I don't know about that whole War of 1812 thing. I mean, that was a group effort against the United States, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't really a group effort. It was actually the French and British Canadians of the Canadian side warring, but we warred under the French and British flag. But it was Canada in most essence.
You wrench in my
because that was the
Weren't we already balls deep in a bunch of conflicts with Mexico at the same time?
Relatively close to the same time, yes.
So spread out on too many fronts.
But you also got to remember, Canada used to also hold like the territory of where New York is located and all that stuff at that time, and stuff
Right.
like that. So the numbers were in balance then, but but literally that war was actually about independence. It was about freedoms and stuff like that. Like in the end, we ended up fighting for the same things, the right reasons. It was just two sides that didn't see that couldn't put their head together and understand that they were fighting for the same things, just had different opinions, which was just stupid, and it was a waste of human life and effort.
Hey, Wrenchin, did your Wrenchin Mafia, did your short ever hit 10 million views? I haven't paid attention. I know you're at like 8.5 million on it, but
Holy cow, that's impressive.
yeah,
That is impressive. But no, as for Canada and the 4th of July, no, we support it. We love it.
2 out of 3. What's that?
So we love it.
What is Canadian Independence Day?
It's July 1st. So, but yeah, but like that's the thing is we're pretty much the same country. We're identical in so many ways, and we both celebrate rights and freedoms, and we celebrate our liberties.
Our rights and freedoms are very similar to each other, but our population is vastly different. I mean,
oh yeah, population is quite different.
We could destroy Canada just using California and New York.
We're a little bit more resilient than that.
I don't know. If we pumped our garbage up there, you'd be pretty fucked up. We'll just start sending workers
what is the
up
population of Canada? About 35 million, 40 million?
We're at 43 million now.
Yeah, that's New York and Texas. That's New York and fucking California.
Yep. But that's the thing. It is numbers don't really mean a whole lot. It's intelligence.
Well, no, numbers do mean something. I mean, you cannot take 30,000 against 2 million.
Why not? We did it in World War II.
Americans still have.
Well, we cheated.
Now we were just smarter. America and Canada and the Allies, we were just smarter, and we understood sacrifice would bring gain. That's where we won. We were willing to make the ultimate sacrifices. We used our strength of self-will, and that's what wins war: self-will and sacrifice. But like that's the thing is there's no reason for us to be fighting with each other anyways, because we're in the same boat. We're dealing with
sacrifice wins the war,
and we need to start unifying ourselves again and working together.
When I was at full blown war with my ex-wife, and she's like, I said to her, I said, "What is it going to take to make you happy?" She goes, "I want one of your testicles." I said, "No problem." I didn't need either one of them, to be honest with you, but I gave her one.
That's not true, How to. We do have guns up here. We are allowed to have guns. We're just not allowed to have handguns.
They're allowed.
When did that happen?
That actually happened just a month ago, and it's going to get repealed real fast.
You're allowed sportsman guns, though, right?
Hunting rifles, we can have automatic, semi-automatic rifles and stuff like that. We can have a lot of the same weapons that you have. We're just not allowed to own heavy artillery, and we're not allowed to own what are considered here in Canada as weapons of war. Like that's the thing. We can't own a submachine gun, but we Canadians are smart enough that we know how to turn almost any rifle into a submachine gun. Because we're taught that at a young age. So, no. But the other thing that we know is because our chemistry classes teach us how to build incendiary devices and explosives. So that's the thing. We can be resourceful in time of war. That's the thing is we can make our weapons. We have the education and training to actually manufacture our own weapons if we need to.
You don't think the United States knows how to do it?
There are a lot of people in the United States that know how to do it, but there are a lot more people that don't.
There's a lot more that don't, but there's a lot more that know how to do it than the Canadians.
You know what's a real pisser,
population? You cannot compare a population of 350 million to 45 million or 40 million and sit there and say you have more people that know how to do it than we do.
Well, no, I'm not saying that. It's just that I'm not saying that we
have to build all kinds of shit.
It's just
you want a nuclear fucking warhead in your backyard. If you got the money, I can get you a nuclear warhead in your backyard if you got the money.
Yeah.
The United States government probably will catch it and knock it down before you ever actually have it in your backyard. But
guys, I got one for Tarek here.
Uh-oh. Hot cocks.
What is it?
It's a box of hot cocks.
It's a 6-pack of hot cocks. Cocks. Mortars.
That's funny.
Mortars, my brother. Mortars.
I take Tarek more as the fucking angry dingleberry. I think he'd like that better. The angry dingleberry.
The bunghole bleacher.
There you go. I'm gonna do a fireworks show tomorrow, and I'm gonna fucking show everybody the bunghole bleacher. This is the bunghole bleacher.
You cannot have the first five without these sons of bitches right here.
Those Roman candles?
Yes. No, they are safe and sane fireworks, sir. They do not shoot any flaming balls or crackles or anything.
That's funny. Hey, Scuba. Hey, Shannon.
Neither do the hot cocks.
Just remember, no smoking while transporting those, because we don't want to hear the story of how Frosty went woof.
Well, I smoked half a pack of cigarettes on the way home.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. When I was about 18 years old, we were drunk. A friend of mine and I were driving around his neighborhood. We had these things called Saturn missiles. They were little bricks of 25 bottle rockets. I had this beautiful 73 T-Bird, and it had a really flat roof, you know. You could drive real slow and set the box on top of the roof, and it would just, you know, shoot them off as you were driving. Well, somehow, one of them fucking
if anybody wants to jump in,
tipped over, rolled back in the window, and went off under the dash. All 25 of them went off under the dash. Oh, that was a smoky mess. Nobody got hurt, though. I didn't even crash. Had to make a little late night trip to the Home Depot. I don't think I got anything interesting. Oh, I did. For the Milwaukee fans, the M12 2.5 batteries are on sale. 2 for $69.
That's a good deal.
Actually, it's not a bad deal. I have some of the 2.0s like this, and I like them. These are supposed to be way better. I don't.
That's the big question that I have for Milwaukee right now. Is they announced their fancy new battery. I want to know if they did step up their game and also step up the game against the competition and decide to go with sodium. So with sodium batteries.
I just saw that video. I was looking at that right now.
So sodium batteries can pack more punch, faster charge, smaller size. They're better for the environment, and they would be a whole step higher above all the competition.
And if you're out in the middle of the woods and you're starving to death and you have no food, no nothing, your body requires sodium, so you can always eat the battery.
And Dave again wanting to put everything in his mouth.
No, I usually lick stuff.
Good battery. Battery.
Anybody have any experience with these things here?
I can't really see what it is.
What is that? A flashlight? I have like fucking 6 of them. I blew them all out.
Yeah, it's a bunghole bleacher.
Oh,
Really? Is it a bunghole bleacher?
No, they call it a water hammer.
move, Papa, move. Get out of
Water
the way.
hammer. Plug it in where you've got like a quick water shut off, and it keeps the pipes from rattling.
Oh, a water hammer. I know what you're talking about now.
I got 2 of them. I figured I could tee them into the line close to the
No,
valve,
battery.
quiet the pipes down, right?
Yeah, I got water hammers installed all over my house.
Do they work?
Move. Get out of there.
The builder did it. It was code. They got to work. It was code. Like you're talking about when you turn your water on, do this, do that, or like say your water got shut off for a while and you got a bunch of air lines. You're talking about that boom, 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 boom shit going on. For the most part, it stops all that.
Gotcha. I got you. Oh, I got a couple of them.
Get out of there. Get out of there. So what's up, Turner? You said you guys could still have guns over there?
Oh yeah.
I thought. So what was it that that guy?
They're
what
the
they
same. It's the same guns that your government's trying to ban.
Okay.
They're just trying to enforce the same policies. Like we can't own handguns anymore, but that's still not going to stop us from owning them. Like that's the thing. First, they have to come and get them from us, or hope that we turn them in and stuff like that. And that's the thing is that law is going to get repealed really fast and real soon. So
you see this here? I take this on every flight I go on. The bullet goes right here, and you go like this.
Secret agent man.
Good way to go to jail.
Agent man.
Hey, I'm looking at.
It's actually even got a rifle on the side.
I don't know if I could show them on YouTube, but I'm looking at like 12 guns right now.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of here.
You can't show guns on the live stream.
No.
Well,
Not even supposed to use that word on live stream or streams.
As long as nobody reports you or shows it.
Yeah. I had to put some of them away. They've been sitting in a bag.
Where are you going to?
To your mom.
Yeah, Roman 10 shots and it popped.
Oh my god, my freaking phone is going off again. I've had Amber alerts. I feel really bad for that. We've had Amber alerts going on freaking day.
Blackjack, or we're in such a woke society, they call them moon travelers. Named them after fucking Newsom, Jerry Brown.
He's gonna be the next president, didn't you know?
Yeah, he's gonna be your. Yeah.
He's gonna run for president.
They should have I don't know how he won again.
So we better get.
He's related to Nancy Pelosi. Did you not know that?
No.
In some way, shape, or form, he has a relationship with Nancy Pelosi.
Hey.
I forget what the family relationship is, but
Oh, Pelosi?
yeah. And Newsom, they're related in some way, shape, or form or another at one point in time. I don't know if they're currently related anymore.
You need to sit down, little boy.
I bet you somehow. I don't know.
No, Tita, no. Did you see the video? Did you see the video when they broke into her house and the guy hit him with a hammer?
Yeah, I was very disappointed. He didn't use a higher quality hammer.
Yeah, it's probably Harbor Freight one.
Yeah.
Ain't that a bitch?
We're not playing, little boy.
Blame Denna Tools for that shit. People
I
watch
think
the Tool Addict. That guy who got hit in the head was a freaking at least a
Oh, fucking Mac anti-vibe for sure.
a Mac anti-vibe or a trusty code.
Yeah. You know, I think they should make it interesting and get that big bastard. You know, the giant dead blow, the giant sledge dead blow. Just use the weight of the thing.
seems kind of odd. He opened the door and was like, "It's like he knew the guy."
Bye-bye.
Quiet.
Hello, little man.
Say hi.
Hi.
I have no idea where that boy got his looks from.
Tell him. Oh shit.
Hey, me.
Oh man. Show him your Joker laugh. He likes Batman.
Oh,
He
that's cute.
obviously looks like his great grandfather.
Yeah. Take it easy. Tell him blue.
Ham in bed.
Tell him yellow.
Flower.
Tell him red.
Red.
Oh.
Say purple.
Bobo.
Can you say grandpa?
Baba.
Oh, Jack.
How about mommy?
Mommy.
How about papi?
Bye-bye, puppy.
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Puppy. Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That's just what I need right now. I'm having kitten withdrawals here.
Oh,
See?
I'm allergic.
I'm fine without having grandchildren right now because all my friends have children that are adorable too. No,
They're all adorable, but they
are. Children are amazing things. They are.
They're all adorable, but they all grow up.
Yep.
And they grow up way too fast.
Can you say tools?
Let's try it. Can you say tools?
P.
No, tools.
P.
Have
Tools.
fun.
Close enough. That's a win.
Somebody said that the other day.
Yeah.
Snap on. Say snap on.
Papa.
What's better, Milwaukee or Snap-on?
Depends on what it is.
No, that's the child.
Oh,
You're never wrong.
yeah. You know what? I got one electric
That's what I want
ratchet.
him to say. He doesn't know how to say Milwaukee yet.
I got one electric ratchet, and it's my snap on it. And I've owned Milwaukee's, and I don't know. I think it's the best ratchet I've ever had.
Mom.
With the Milwaukee?
No, the snap on.
I like the Snap-on ratchet over the Milwaukee.
All day.
But cordless tools, I'll still say Milwaukee for the win just because their lineup of tools is so large.
Oh yeah, for
so
sure.
much stuff. And very few of any of their tools I would say, are failures. Very few of the Milwaukee products are failures or duds.
Yeah.
Are there
You know what?
some tools that outdo the Milwaukee? Yeah.
Your mommy wants you.
But at the end of the day, the Milwaukee gets the job done. It gets the job done.
I
Nobody
have
wants to have 10 different battery platforms.
My Milwaukee, my Impact, the half inch, the big half inch. I don't remember which one I had. I had the when they first came out. That one was I had that one for a while, and I think after 3 years of dropping it from the lift, dropping it multiple times over the years, I went to go take a tire off, and as soon as I zapped the tire, the whole front snout just shattered, and I sent it back to Milwaukee. And within 2 weeks, they gave me the brand new version, which was the higher torque version. And
Wow.
I've had that for the last, I think that happened maybe over 2 years ago, and works perfect. I knew a guy at work. He bought a Snap-on, and it broke in a week. The clutch gave out.
Well, I just can't see spending $1,000 on a Snap-on Impact.
Yeah, it just, yeah.
Well, there's not much in their 18-volt line that interests me.
No.
So I'm not. I don't have anything 18-volt Snap-on.
No.
I have some 14.4-volt stuff, but
I think I got Milwaukee's. I think I had an electric ratchet. I actually had a brand new one. I warrantied it out. They sent me a brand new one, and I sold it to my team lead right before I left. Brand new in the box. I didn't need it. I had just got my Snap-on back that was in for repair, and that was under warranty. And that was my fault. I used it like a wrench and I was using it to break differential plugs and stuff. You shouldn't do that. Leaning on the plug, knowing it's not going to break free. But yeah, I got a few Milwaukees, but I don't think I've ever touched a car and not used my Snap-on ratchet. I've used it 90% of the job, no matter what I'm doing.
when it comes to Snap-on ratchet, it's hard to compare to other ratchets because it depends on how old the shit you have is. I'm
Yeah,
not talking about the tool itself. When Snap-on first made those 14.4 volts, I believe the first battery was only a 1.5 amp hour battery. Then they quietly came out with a 2 amp hour battery.
you know
then
what?
They
That's
snuck
probably the
into a
biggest
2.5
issue I've had.
amp hour battery. And the power and the torque and the performance of those tools is totally different between the 1.5 amp hour and the 2.5 amp hour 14.4.
Yeah, and they made another one too that's supposed to be like their high torque, but it's slower, and that one I
That's
don't
slower.
like.
It's definitely slower. That's the Brute.
Yeah, I don't like that one. I think that shit is. The guy at work had one, and I had the older one, which was like the RPM was like twice as fast. So that's the one I like. That's the one I have. That when I actually, he was trying to sell me one before we found out it was under warranty, and he's like, "Yeah, I got the new one. Like, let's get you the new one." I'm like, and I grabbed it and I, ran it. And I'm like, dude, this thing is half the speed as mine. Like, what's the deal? And he's like, "Oh, that's the high torque or some crap." And I was like, "Nah, man, I want my old one back."
The high torque is nice. It's slow, but the problem I have is now the brushless version. The torque difference between the high torque Brute brushed version and the brushless is only a matter of like 5 to 8 foot-pounds of difference. But speed is a huge difference.
Yeah.
The brushless is way faster. So
I mean, there were.
I own a Brute. I own a Brute. And I bought it knowing it was slower. And I bought it because I wanted a cordless ratchet that could handle a little bit more torque.
Yeah.
The speed wasn't an issue at that point in time. I just wanted something that if I didn't have air, it could handle more torque.
Yeah. And you know what? See, and that's the thing too. Like when I was at the shop, I never used air. I never. I mean, if I needed to, it would maybe every once in a while I would need to take a crank bolt off, and I would go grab my buddy's Snap-on because either I couldn't fit my Milwaukee down there, or it just wouldn't budge. But it was very rare that it wouldn't budge. It was usually just because I couldn't get the Milwaukee in there.
Well, we still use air a lot at our shop.
Yeah.
I use air quite a bit. I mean, I have air plugged into my workbench, air out behind the plant. The one place I don't have air is in the engine room where I need it. And I've got to overhaul 2 compressors. I got to get in there and break this 2 3/8 crank bolt loose on one and a 2 1/4 inch crank bolt loose on another. And I don't want to run a 1/2 inch air line back there. But I went out and I got tonight. I couldn't find a 3/4 inch gun. I couldn't find a 1/4 inch ratchet, and I couldn't find a 1/4 inch gun. But I found the rigid high torque that's supposed to be, pretty damn mean. So I grabbed one of those. Hopefully that'll break it loose.
What the hell are you
Maybe
doing?
with pop a couple of times with a hammer and persuade it.
Me.
I think it'll come off.
You need to go sit down.
You talking about 1/2 inch drive impacts?
Your mommy wants you to go.
I couldn't find a 3/4 gun. Not a battery. Nobody had one in stock around here.
Well, the rigid 1/2 inch drive high torque is basically the same damn gun as a Milwaukee.
Yeah, it's a big, mean son of a bitch. So I grabbed it. I think that'll do the job. I want that damn 1/4 inch gun. I think I'm going to have to go to JDT Co. to get it. Either that or I have to order it from the Home Depot. And,
Is it a ratchet?
Impact wrench or a ratchet. The only place I can find a 1/4 inch in either is Harbor Freight. Or a Craftsman if I go to Lowe's.
Yeah.
I don't want a funky red DeWalt,
I knew guys that always had like a 3/8 ratchet, the long neck ratchet, and then they would have a 1/4 inch ratchet, and I just never, I don't know, I never needed a quarter. I mean, I would just use my Snap-on, and I would use I think at one, I don't remember if it came with it or I bought it, but it was just a 3/8 to 1/4, and
What is up, Adam?
that's what I would use. That's always what I used, and
You want to jump on? I'll throw a link up.
Yeah, I've never seen the use a need for a 1/4 inch power ratchet, like a cordless one, anyways, because they're no smaller than a 3/8 ratchet.
Yeah,
And
that's what I'm saying.
1/4 inch ratchet, you want it to be smaller and more compact, because that's the reason why you're using the 1/4 inch.
I use the shit out of my 1/4 inch. I use the shit out of my 1/4 inch drive cordless ratchet.
That's what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking I'll use it too.
That's what I'm saying.
I'll be honest with you, one reason I use a lot of it, I use it often, is certain things like changing headlight assembly, or I don't know, just various jobs where I don't even need to bring. I've already looked at the car, I already know what it needs. It's awesome to be able to walk out in the parking lot and just use the 1/4 inch drive cordless ratchet and zap everything apart with it. Throw a new headlight assembly in, whatever, and put it all back together. But
yeah, and like I said, that's what I'm
is it
saying.
a
Like,
necessity? Hell no.
yeah, the only time I've
I'll
ever
tell,
needed it.
I'll tell all young techs, before you go cordless, own air first.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anytime I ever needed like something that was a 1/4 inch, and it's usually a 1/4 inch socket, or like a a 7, or something like that nature, and I would always just slap the 3/4 to 1/4 inch on my ratchet and just use it like that. And
Yeah, I do the same thing because they're the same size of wrench.
yeah, I mean, you don't. Well, the 3/8 to 1/4 that I got, I mean, you're only going up this much for the tip, so it's really like you're not even adding that much more.
You're talking about, you got the ones that fit
over the anvil.
over the anvil.
Mm-hmm.
I know which ones you're talking about. I think Astro makes those.
I could have
Slate
sworn
Tool
my
makes
Snap-on
those.
came with one, but I don't remember.
I have those. I know exactly what you're talking about.
But that's the thing is like most of my quarter inch stuff I'll use my air because when I'm going to the quarter inch I need something compact and small to fit into a tight space.
Go like that. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. That's why I personally never bought an actual ratchet, because the way that it goes over, it's just enough
Yeah.
to where, I mean, it fits everywhere. I mean, under a dash or
I'm not even
whatnot.
talking about that adapter. I'm talking about the one I have. Basically, just covers the anvil. It turns it into a different. I don't know if it covers a 3/8 to a quarter inch like that. Mine are step ups. So
Like I bought a quarter inch and it's still like brand new because it's actually never been used. I've never used it. I take my 3/8 because if the quarter inch ratchet is going to fit in there, my 3/8 is going to fit in there because they're the same size of ratchets. So it doesn't make any point. I bought it, never used it. I wish I could return it, but it's in the toolbox and it's there. So
there's even been instances where that little step on that adapter is just enough that I need to where I don't need a deep socket, and the short socket, it actually gives it just enough, if you get what I'm saying.
yeah, it's like it gives it a little bit more extension.
Mm-hmm. And that's actually saved me quite a bit. Find my damn headphones.
Look at this. Frosty streaming off his Keurig coffee maker.
Well,
The next one he's gonna be streaming off the tablet built into his fridge.
well, I'm at the bank machine right now.
Oh, he's streaming off the bank machine. Look at that. He's a hacker now. He's using the bank machine camera. That's why it's so clear.
Hey, Frosty, are you there, Peter?
Yeah.
Grab me an extra 100. I'll light up a nice ass cake for you.
Gotcha.
I hope you can see it from Michigan, but
Did you see
I'll take a picture of it.
Did you see the one I handed my brother a few minutes ago? 25 shots. It's got Einstein's picture on it. Einstein holding a big old piece of weed. Yeah, I got a 25 shot cake. That's what those what were they called? The hot cocks. Those are I think those are doubles. Those are double shots.
Saturn missiles, bro. Those are the best.
Yeah, I had Saturn missiles, but what I got this time is moon travelers, which are just fucking black cats, little bottle rockets.
My daughters are fucking with me. They're like, "Dad, you're not going to buy fireworks really this year?" I'm like, "No, I'm going to skip it this year." And my oldest daughter came home. She goes, "What'd you buy in fireworks?" I said, "Nothing." She goes, "You'll go tomorrow."
You'll go tomorrow.
I'm like, "No, I'm not." And she goes, "Dad, you're a fucking pyro. You're going to go buy shit tomorrow. You can't go 4th of July without blowing some shit up."
You already have a stash?
What's that?
Do you already have a stash?
No. She knows I'm going to go tomorrow, though.
Yeah. I got mine today, and I might have some more coming. I don't know. We'll see what jumps off. But we got plenty. I mean, my wife's not really into it, so me and my brother can get drunk and go out and do something bad while she's not looking. Get yelled at when we come stumbling in the house.
Fucking Dodge Charger, man.
Always. Like somebody poked a hole in the muffler with a screwdriver.
Distinctive sound.
I feel like everybody drives
preferred vehicle of your enemy. Remember that sound. It's a distinctive sound.
You can always tell a 5.0 Mustang and a Charger.
I still like that Heartbreak Ridge. Running with everybody, and all of a sudden he disappears. Clint Eastwood. all of a sudden it comes out, and everybody shits their pants. AK-47 makes a very distinctive sound when fired. Preferred weapon of your enemy. Remember that sound.
So
That was a great movie.
what do you guys think of this thing here?
Well, if it's rigid, she'll like it.
Is it the ugly stepsister or what?
Isaac had my headphones when we were sitting here.
And while I was there, I figured they had the old Armstrong style torque wrenches for $59. I mean, I didn't need this fucker, but having a spare for work, not a bad deal. I like the length.
What is that?
That's just your old. It's a Husky branded torque wrench, 50 to 250. A clicker. They're blowing them out for like $59. Everybody seems to like the electric ones now. I can't get used to those electric ones. It's just something I don't like about them, you know. I mean, the old click style might not have been that accurate, but they were repeatable, and that's what I liked about them.
Well, click style was accurate as long as they were calibrated. They were definitely accurate. The only advantage you get to a digital, and you know, they fuck everybody on the digital. The beautiful thing about a digital is if you have the one with the torque angle. The only reason Tex bought digital was for torque angle. They didn't buy it because the thing beeps or vibrated when it hit 90 foot-pounds of torque. They bought it when it said go another freaking 110 degrees and they could hit another button. And they didn't have to use that manual stupid little gauge to see how many more degrees they went or guesstimate how many degrees to go. They could actually go back up at the torque wrench and it would beep again when you hit 110 more degrees.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The click style torque wrenches are very dependable.
I love them. I mean, my dad's got a set of protos.
By CDI or Precision Torque, definitely they're very reliable.
I have a 3/8 CDI snap-on, and it's fixed head, and I have a half-inch split beam, a Precision Torque snap-on.
Yeah, Snap-on used to use Precision Torque until they bought CDI. Now their torque wrenches are made by CDI.
Even the split beams?
Yeah.
I gotta wonder which one.
Both American companies, they both make basically the same damn product.
Now Tecton's got a couple of split beams out that are pretty nice, and
they're probably made by one of the two companies. They're probably made by Precision Torque.
Yeah, or they're a really good knockoff.
I doubt they're a knockoff. They're probably made by Precision Torque. I doubt they're buying anything from a company that Snap-on owns.
They have to have Precision Instruments, right? I mean, they might. Maybe everybody's paying the Snap-on tax.
No, I'd assume that the Tecton, the Cornwell, Mac Tools, Maco, they're probably all Precision Instruments.
Yeah.
I highly doubt they give that business to Snap-on.
I like my little 3/8. That's a CDI. I'm really happy with that one.
What is up, Derek? Frosty's bought fireworks for you.
I got a couple of blocks to go. Maybe we'll see what happens when I get home. Or I might have a bottle rocket with me. Let's see.
You're going to go play with the shit right now? You're like a fucking little kid like me. You're the guy that pisses off the neighborhood, aren't you?
I got one. I could shoot it off while I'm driving. How's that?
Hey, that's even more like me. I mean,
All right, let's go.
cut the freaking end off, light it, close the freaking lid on your freaking 20-ounce empty cola bottle, and send the bottle off. The bottle will go, yeah.
Got a couple of big bottle rockets at the house. I got 2 Venuses, a couple of Saturns, and I think Uranus.
Might be Uranus. And
Uranus, Eric. Oil and cobalt come from the same company out of Taiwan.
Was that cornhole and cold balls come from the same company out of time? Eric, I don't know these words that you speak.
I didn't know that Cornwall was getting their torque wrench from out of the country.
It looks an awful lot like an
It's
Apex.
probably the same company that's doing gear wrench.
Yeah, and gear wrench is
I
just
totally
Apex.
forgot about that.
They're
I totally forgot the factory in gear wrench.
they're the same as an old
They're
Mac.
accurate. They're accurate.
I mean, it's a dead nuts copy of an Armstrong.
I got a Snap-on one.
I have, let's see, if you count my dad's protos, I got 2 protos. I've got 3 Tectons, 2 Snap-ons, 2 Huskies, and a couple of Pittsburghs. And you know, I hate to say it, those goddamn Pittsburgh impact wrenches, if you put them on the little torque meter, they're still accurate. 10 years later, all you got to do is crank them down to 0 every time you use them. They hold.
Yeah, you don't want to leave them cranked up. They'll fuck
No,
them.
there's nothing wrong with those shitty Pittsburgh torque wrenches. I wouldn't use one every day, but
Well, I'll never use a Pittsburgh torque wrench on a GM or Ford or Chrysler, but a BMW or Mercedes, I use them all day on. I mean, there's no way I can make that car any worse than it already is. So
I sit on the Briggs and Stratton.
Oh,
does
yeah.
Briggs and Stratton actually make an engine anymore, or they just like buy this shit from somewhere else?
They make overhead valve stuff now. They don't make the flatheads. My big bike has a Briggs and Stratton Animal. It's a go-kart engine.
When you talk about like small equipment and all that, to my knowledge, for the most part, it's Honda.
Honda's the most.
Honda said they're not going to make them anymore, right?
What, the engines? Oh, shit.
They're
Honda-
small engines. I think they said they're going to get rid of them.
Honda's
You're right.
owned like crazy. I mean, there's at least 50 different companies making Honda clones. You look at that.
Honda is starting to become a go-to engine down in Louisiana.
Talking about the little 6.5 horse.
No, I'm talking about big horsepower. One that'll scoot you along through the swamp without a problem and
Oh,
not
one of
get
those
you
big
stuck.
trucks.
No, Honda's like the big brand here with all commercial equipment, cement loaders, ATVs, lawnmowers, pressure washers.
I don't know, that 13 horse they made, the GX,
That's what I thought, Tarek.
damn fine engine. Really?
Well, I thought I heard something about that Honda was going to stop producing gas engines.
It's
Yeah.
nothing.
Well, that's only temporary. It's only temporary.
Well, it's nothing to worry about because, like I said, there's at least 50 companies cloning that motor. I mean, if you look at that.
Well, yeah, but Kia, it doesn't doesn't mean it's the same. I mean, Kia tries to clone shit, and you know anybody that works at a Kia dealership, they're changing engines all day long, every day.
Yeah. That's
Yes,
all they
they
do.
are.
You know, they got some nice ones though. Like even
Yeah.
that freight
Adam
Predator.
makes a good statement here. Kawasaki also makes a really kick-ass engine.
The techs used to make I don't know what they were looking for, but there's like a test they got to do, and if it fails, they replace the engine. They figured out how to make that test fail all the time.
Tell you what, that if you look at that video I got with the blue bike in it, there's a Honda GX200 engine in that blue bike, and not one Honda part in it. It's all Tillotson and billet aftermarket stuff. That bike with a 150-pound kid on it went 87 miles an hour.
Yeah, it looks like Honda said they're not making no more lawnmowers or gas-powered equipment.
Fun little things to fart around with. I mean, everybody should have a shed full of toys in the backyard, maybe a mini bike or two.
I got a side-by-side.
Oh hell yeah! My nephew's got one. He's got one of those Polaris side by sides.
I got a turbo 4-seater Razor, which is Polaris.
If I look at my text messages, I could tell you what his is, but I know it's fucking wicked scary.
Yeah, they're pretty fun. It's just hot as shit right now. So, matter of fact, it's in the shop for a clutch recall.
What do they use for a clutch? A CVT?
Yeah.
Big
Yeah,
like a 5 series.
Yeah, they got CVTs.
God, they make them work too.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty fast for what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, there's times we're in the desert and we're driving, 60 miles an hour.
Really?
Where are my headphones? You have to find them. Where'd you put them? You have to go look for them. That's the fireworks. We're gonna do those tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hey, Fluff.
Tomorrow. Okay.
Hey,
Later.
what are you doing up so late, Fluffy? What are you doing awake so late?
You probably ain't got to work tomorrow.
Hell no. I
Yeah,
don't.
he's recuperating from the fireworks he blew off.
Either that or he's sitting in the ER with a hurt hand because he blew his hand up.
They're not Fluffy mechanics.
It's crazy. That happens every year. At least there's usually like at least three. I want to say at least 3 videos of people blowing their hands off every year. I think last year there was 2. One of them was at Glamis. I think another one was at Rocky Point. I don't know where the other one was, but people don't understand when you hold a mortar tube, it has to have back pressure. So when they're holding it in their hand by the tube and it goes off, sometimes that round doesn't want to come out the tube. It just stays in the tube.
Yeah.
Okay, what we have here is your Klein long-handled quarter-inch nut driver.
Go.
What you do is you find your black cat, or if you want to be politically correct and woke, your moon traveler bottle rocket, and you insert that down the shaft
Oh
of your
no.
cabinet while you're driving.
Oh shit.
Let's see.
Not on what? No. He's really gonna do it. Oh damn.
It didn't pop. Ah, son
It's
of
a
a bitch! It didn't pop.
it's a dud.
50-year-old fucking a 44-year-old child. What are we gonna fucking do with you, man? Do I have to come down there and show you how to do it right?
Yeah, come on, Dave.
You need a fucking passenger.
Yeah,
You
71
don't use a bottle rocket. You
Center
freaking
Avenue.
hold the
Bring
fucking
beer.
mortar. You hold a 3-inch mortar and shoot it down the highway.
All right, bring beer. Let's go.
Dude, I am that stupid to do something like that.
Yeah.
There was a video of a
I'll
little,
wear my safety glasses.
there was a video of a girl who did that, lit one off in a bus full of kids.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Somebody fired back.
Now, Frosty, you have to explain to Terry your other cake that you bought.
Oh yeah.
When
See, when I
you,
was 19, a buddy put a bottle rocket down my ass crack and lit it. 3rd-degree burns up my ass and back. No worse smell than burnt ass hair. I couldn't sit for 2 weeks.
oh shit.
Oh, Tara,
Man.
that sucks. Sitting is one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah. That's not
Anyway,
good.
I did get a big box of mortars. What are they called?
the hell with it, dude. I'll fucking hold. I hold a 20-shot, 500-gram cake while you drive
Yeah.
down the highway.
Yeah, I got a 500. No, I
On the
think
right
it's
angle. I'll hold it on the right angle and leave it. Boom, 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 boom.
yeah, the big ones too. Those are the inch and a half tubes in that cake.
Well, they can't even do anything to us if we did such a thing. I mean, it's not like
The
we're
evidence-
stealing shit out of Lowe's or Home Depot right now. We're
No,
just
the
having
evidence
some
is burnt. Where's the evidence? It's on fire.
fireworks officer. I don't have any idea what the
Come
fireworks
on.
you're talking about are.
Come
No.
on.
You gotta find the fireworks to prove that I was lighting fireworks off.
Well, they'll probably find them.
They can't find them. They're gone in the air. They might find an empty box. It ain't fireworks.
What's up, Fluffy?
They'll come up with something.
I'll come up with something too. They probably won't like it. They probably won't like it. But I have a quick mind. I always come up with something.
Most fireworks are legal in Washington.
No, not right now. Give me that.
Well, most fireworks are legal here in Michigan now. That's only like a new law that's been like
No.
in existence for maybe like 4 or 5 years. But you got to read the law very carefully. You're not allowed to light them up on a public street, public sidewalk. They got to be lit off on your own property.
You see?
And they can't interfere with anybody else's property.
No, you're gonna get burned.
Basically, if you live in a subdivision and you light them off, you're breaking the law.
Right.
Fuck.
Because there's no way the stuff's staying on your own property.
It's tutu.
You know, that was one of the things that used to bring people together when I was a kid. You know, you'd go out in the street, all the neighbors had their fireworks,
Go sit down. Go.
and you'd get together and You know, the parents would put on the big show with all the sky stuff, and the kids would play with the little stuff and get burnt and cry, and it'd be awesome.
Go.
Hey, this one hit me with the sparkler. That one touched me with the sparkler. We'll go hit him back with the sparkler.
Don't worry, it's just natural selection.
We used to shoot Roman candles at each other.
Hell
We did more than that.
We used to shoot bottle rockets at each other for fun.
Well,
Oh.
tomorrow night, if anybody's on, I'll take video leaving work. It's gonna be fucking Fallujah. Orange skies. You know what's weird is 70% of the population in that neighborhood is illegal, but they don't used to pop off fireworks. Let me tell you. I got Roman candles.
Yeah, Roman candles, they're fun. You can light them both and do like shoot them at each other.
No.
So many guys are afraid to hold them in their arms. I hold them at the bottom of them and just shoot.
That's what I do. I'm gonna target tomorrow, or shoot at I got those big blue trash cans, the blue and green and black one. I'm gonna shoot at the trash can lids. Fuck it.
Oh, my brother used to have an AK-47 with 37 round banana clip on it. We always had a messed up metal fence post in the backyard. So
He did not have a banana clip on it, Raging.
yeah, he did.
No, he had a banana magazine.
He had a magazine for sure.
Banana clip, banana magazine, whatever you want to fucking call it. I ain't
It's
being
called a
politi-
magazine. It's not a magazine.
I am not being politically correct. I don't really give two.
Politically correct. I'm talking about being gun correct.
That's okay. When I was a primate, I just
know
ate
it's a It's a magazine.
For
So many
sure.
people like to call them clips. It's a magazine.
Yep. I have an AK.
Oh.
Why couldn't they just call them cartridges?
Well, he put the barrel down that metal pipe and just started shooting right at midnight.
Well, if people would just pop off into the dirt, it would be a better deal. You don't have to fire into the air.
Yeah, that's pretty dumb.
He put the metal pipe was always in the ground, so. But at midnight he would fire this off. So when everything else was going off, his gun was going off.
Well, if you fire into fucking soil, it ain't gonna go that deep. It only goes in an inch, a couple inches. I mean, you take a 30-06 and you fire it into it, like say heavy clay-based soil. How far do you think it goes?
It goes until it finds moisture.
I guarantee it's no longer. I guarantee it's no deeper than 6 inches.
Probably not.
No, the mass of the material in the ground is so tight, it just stops it. It's like water. You know, we all watch these movies and people get all excited about the movies and they're shooting in the water. The water stops a bullet fast as hell.
Oh,
yeah. There's an old video on YouTube of a guy. He shoots maybe 5 or 6 like different guns in a pool. So from one end to another, they don't go very far. Being shot in a pool.
No, if you're underwater and you're far enough away and deep enough down, even if the bullet hits you, it's barely gonna touch you.
Yeah, it doesn't move very far.
Shit,
The water's density is so dense that it's just like slow. It just stops the bullet. I mean,
My wife
most
told me.
ranges use a lot of gun ranges use indoor gun ranges use like some kind of water containment tank to stop the bullets in the back of the range.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
You know, how cool is this? The wife told me yesterday that She wants me to get my service weapon back. I'm like, honey, I can't get my service weapon back. Well, you're going to get something close to it.
There you go.
You
know what?
Wait, how old are you, Raging?
39?
So would you M16,
No, I had an M4.
M4?
M4A1.
Same
Carbine.
When they stopped using M16?
They still use it for practice and stuff like that, but for the main thing, for
Air
the
Force,
main purpose,
Air Force, I think, still uses the M16A2. But it's
They
just
might-
the same. It's
I
the
think
same
they might use it, but not for combat.
not for frontline, no. But I mean,
No.
that was a different animal altogether. I mean, it was designed for something different. I mean, 16-inch barrel, tighter twist rate, heavier bullet for the M4.
the biggest problem with the M16, they used to jam a lot. That's why they got rid of them for their primary service weapon. And they went with the M4A1 carbine.
What did you have for a sidearm? What did they issue you for a sidearm?
9mm.
Yeah. Was it
Beretta?
Yeah.
the Browning, Glock, or Beretta?
Beretta.
Beretta? Yeah. Same as us up here. We had Browning and we had Beretta, and our police used the Glock 17.
Most of our police use Glocks. Usually Glocks, that's 17.
You know what?
I believe it's
19 Gen 3 or 4, or a Glock, I think it's a 23, which is 40 cal.
I've seen a lot of.
They either carry 9 or 40 cal, but they're usually Glocks.
I've seen a lot.
I have a 19 and 23. I like the 23 so much, I didn't want to get the conversion barrel, so I went out and bought the 19 instead. So I got both.
I just traded a 40 Smith & Wesson for a basically a Gen 3 Glock.
Can't go wrong
I've got the Smith & Wesson 40, and I got the Smith & Wesson 9. And the wife has the what the hell is it? Taurus G3, 9mm.
Oh yeah.
What is that a copy of?
I don't think it's a copy of anything.
You sure?
I don't think so.
I know
Which one?
The Taurus.
I don't know.
it came out the Taurus.
G2s. I remember when they came out. Then they came out like the G2C and all that. I don't think it's a clone.
I don't own any guns. I don't have any guns. I don't own any handguns. I just want world peace.
Yeah.
I've got a slingshot and I got my Daisy BB gun. So
I got one of those.
took my eye out with that Daisy BB gun on Christmas.
Well, you got the Red Ryder BB gun.
I bet Turner still watches the fucking Christmas Story every year, don't you?
See, I don't watch Christmas stuff and I don't support Christmas.
You don't
I watched the Christmas Story.
though?
No, not
Christmas
anymore.
Story.
I don't
Keep your eye out.
do anything with
My
Christmas.
daughters watch that every fucking year. It's Ralphie in the fucking bunny outfit and
Yeah.
tongue on the fucking pole.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, I remember the movie. I'll never forget it. It's a legendary and great movie. But
No, I'm saying I'm not talking about Christmas. I'm talking about the Christmas Story.
oh yeah, I'd watch it if I was bored and didn't have anything new and exciting. I would watch it again because it
Well,
was
you say you're bored and you have nothing exciting going on all the time. So watch it this year.
want for Christmas, Dave? I want that fucking lamp. Fragile. It must be Italian.
No, no, I don't support Christmas because it's become commercialized, and that it, and you know,
Well,
and
I won't go there on the whole commercialized thing about anything when it comes to Christmas, religion, or any of that shit. So,
No.
no, it's a Santa Claus manufactured by Coca-Cola.
What about Krampus? What
Oh,
about Krampus?
Krampus! Oh, dang straight! I believe in Krampus. Oh yeah, man. I believe in Krampus. Those are some good movies.
That one I never saw.
Oh,
He's gonna kill you. He's just gonna put you in a sack and beat the shit out of you, leave you in the woods.
Man.
That fucking cartoon on on Fox. And they did the Christmas one with Krampus. American Dad.
yeah, American Dad. Yep.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Oh, fudge.
Santa and the elves come after him like an army.
Yeah.
They had him pinned down in a cabin.
No, I tell you one, Family Guy is a show that needs to go on forever because it speaks so much truth.
Oh, I liked the Boondocks on Adult Swim.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
never
think.
got into it.
the Boondocks.
Oh, the Boondocks was great.
What are you talking about? Boondocks? What?
Not
It's
the
an
Boondocks.
adult-oriented animated cartoon,
Oh.
Yeah,
and it's actually pretty dang good, and it's pretty damn funny.
yeah.
I just found out.
I kind of upset one of my front shop sales guys today that me and him were like best of buds, and I told him, I said, I think that's why we had a disagreement today. Because I asked him a question, and I said, he's like, give me a minute. And I said, I asked you this fucking 2 hours ago. Do you realize 2 hours is fucking 120 fucking minutes? I can't give you another fucking minute. Answer me right now. He's like, I'm busy now. So I just took the ticket. I took the ticket and I fucking tossed it at him. And I said, fuck it. Just ship this fucking car. I don't give a shit. I'm on vacation after today. I started walking out of the shop and he come out and he's like, you can't do this. You can't act like this. And he was like, so he grabbed my arm and I just turned around and all of a sudden he almost fell on his ass. And he's like, what are you doing? I said, why did you touch me? I said, do not force me to thrash you. If you try to attack me again like that, I will thrash you. And he's like, you know your Eddie Murphy movie as well. It's like, Tony, I love you, man. I said, we'll talk later. I love you, man. Calm down, relax. Fuck it today. I don't give a shit about today. Fuck it. Just let's end this day and just fuck this day.
Man.
Today was a complete bullshit day. Everything we dealt with was bullshit.
Uh-huh.
What time is it over there, Turner?
It's dark outside. That's what time it is. 10:31.
10.
Damn.
You sure it's 10:31 or 11:31?
Or is it 3 in the morning?
11:31. Sorry.
11:31.
11:31.
So you're on Pacific Standard up there.
That's Canada? I thought they were like 2 hours.
When Michigander knows what time it is in Turner's the land, and he doesn't even know.
No, the time zones don't go horizontally; they go vertically.
What? Oh, here they are.
That's what she said.
Who the hell put these in here?
See, in some parts of Canada, it's almost 2 a.m. in the morning right now in some parts of Canada.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Because I looked it up one time and I was like, I think Turner's like 3 hours ahead. I'm like, God damn, Turner's up more than me.
Yeah, we're on
Turner.
daylight time.
It's like in some parts of Canada, it might actually be pushing 3:30 in the morning.
Well, it could even be pushing 4:30 on the island if you talk like this. Lord Tundra Jehoshaphat, boy, what you be doing there? Be cheesins, I don't know.
Because I'll tell you, the Canadians that live just north of me, it's 2:30 in the morning for them.
Now imagine if time zones did run horizontally. That would be fun.
Oh, yep.
That would be true, Shannon. It's 1:31 in Wisconsin because you're actually 1 hour exactly behind me.
I got 11:32 here in lovely Southern California.
Because he's on Pacific Daylight Saving Times too.
Pacific? Yep, Pacific Standard Time. Whatever the fuck that means.
No, it's not Pacific Standard Time right now. It's Pacific Daylight Saving Time. In a couple months, it will go back to Standard Time where we get normalized.
We get an hour back or we lose an hour?
We're not changing hours anymore down here.
What?
It's over. That's over with. When a time changed in the United States this last time, it's staying the same as everything else now. Whatever time it is now is going to be that time forever.
Eventually, you guys are going to be a year behind the rest of the world, man.
Was that in a
he's going to suffer
order by Creepy Joe there?
Rajan, what are you talking about?
That stupid going up and coming back an hour, it should have stopped.
Well,
I know
there's a lot of states that are trying to stop it. I thought you were actually serious that they actually passed it, and many states stopped it.
For what I hear, they passed it.
It makes no sense, but it actually.
I know a lot of states were trying to pass it because they said they didn't have enough farmers, and it didn't really matter to the farmers anymore. It served no freaking purpose, so they're going to stop it. I don't know.
I
didn't know that actually happened.
Stopped it.
Well, that's the thing is if you stop it, the sun is going to start coming up earlier and earlier and earlier and earlier every year for you to the point where eventually it'll be 11 o'clock at night, but the sun is going to be up. See, daylight saving times actually corrects for our orbit around the sun and plays a crucial role to balance the human psyche.
You think I give a shit? It's so fucking funny.
There is a science behind that.
At 11:30 p.m. If it's sunny as hell at 11:30 p.m., that's perfect time to go out and fucking suntan.
Yeah,
I'm busy. I'm busy during the day, dude.
Yeah, but Arizona doesn't do that, and it just all it does is change. You know, like you said, sometimes in the morning it's a lot more sun out, but it hasn't. They have never. Arizona's never done that.
That can't be a true statement, Turner, because Arizona doesn't.
It was created for the intentions for farming and stuff like that, but it also plays a huge role on the human psyche for their sleeping patterns now. It actually
Arizona doesn't. Arizona
to it. It's not funny.
We have states that don't observe daylight savings time. Arizona is one of them. What other states, Rajan? Is it just Arizona?
I think it's just Arizona.
I know Arizona.
A lot of farms here.
And you look at those people in Arizona and their psychological standpoint because they don't have a daylight savings time.
Some of the idiots out there like to drink Lysol and sleep in the irrigation ditches. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
Or eat Cheerios out the damn toilet.
This is what happens when you get rid of daylight savings.
Or eat Tide Pods.
See, a lot of things don't make any sense in our world, but we do them because there is some sort of scientific reason.
This is a big, heavy son of a bitch.
Look at this. Jumping in. Thanks for watching.
If Yeah, you have a good night. But see, that's the thing is that actually, if throughout history we never had time zones and it was just one standard time around the world, we would have adapted so much differently, and it would have not made any real difference. It just some people's daylight would be they'd be working in at nighttime, and some people would be working in the morning. So.
Who's that one? Joker. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, this buck rigid gun weighs about 6 pounds.
The what?
Uh-oh. Well, no kittens in the house to run out the door. This is a good thing.
There's been some cats hanging out on my car in the middle of the night. I don't know whose they are, but big. Is that a firework?
Peanut
little boy. What you got planned for tomorrow, Turner?
Depends on what comes in first, comes into the yard first. It could be a transmission, it could be a head gasket.
Oh man. Yeah.
No, got a 2011 Ford with possible blown wood gaskets. Possible. Not really sure. And then I got to install a three-man Allison transmission in a Chevy. So
I'm gonna go perform a nightly ritual, kiss the wife, and I'll be right back.
Oh, I used to pull those out every day. I've never seen a bad Allison transmission.
What I hate about the newer Chevy trucks and the transmissions is having to separate the transfer case from the transmission because of the torsion bars and the frame that goes across. It's the only thing I hate. The old trucks, you could keep it all together, drop it down, pull it out, do everything outside. But it's a pain in the butt getting that unbolted and lifted out and over, mostly when you're doing it by yourself on the ground.
Yeah, it's
you definitely have to unbolt the transfer case and get it out of the way.
Yeah.
When they swapped over to that new body style, they ruined a lot of stuff.
Yeah. They added a lot of strength value to it, but they just made it a pain in the butt.
Like pulling an engine out, it used to be on the older body style. Like I have a 17. I think they switched over in, I want to say it was either 18 or 19. You turn yanking an engine out from the old body style to the new body style, you added another, 2 hours to it for no good reason.
Well, even just doing an oil pan job on them is a pain in the butt now. In the good old days, I used to just put my engine hoist, undo the engine mounts, just lift the engine up 2 inches, and bam, out comes my oil pan. Take care of it, do it all, put it back in. Now you got so much crap to get out of your way and drop it out, and the trucks with the 2-piece sump. I hate that. I hate those engines.
Like the newer Duramaxes with the L5P, when they came out to do the lower oil pan, we were replacing them because they started using some damn RTV that was just as thick and hard as it was, it still leaked. But I mean, to get the pan off, you basically destroyed the pan, bending it and everything. So you had to replace them.
Yeah, the RTV that they were using just wasn't. It didn't remain flexible, and to when it cured, it went super hard. They were. I can't remember who was making it for them. I can't remember who was making it for them, but it was horrible stuff. I know what you're talking about because they started using that up in Canada in God, I think it was 2008.
Even to clean the stuff was a pain. That we had a special GM actually in the procedure had a special chemical to remove that silicone.
Yeah, it would stick to everything, but that's the thing is it would not remain malleable, so that way it would expand and contract, and it wouldn't act as a proper gas. It was just too rigid and stiff. It was horrible stuff.
I like the gray GMS. I think is what they call it from GM. I like that stuff. As long as you use it correctly, I never had anything leak afterwards.
Well, that stuff's almost identical to the Mac Gray, and the Mac Gray is the bomb. The Mac Truck Gray. That's good stuff.
I've even seen people use what is it? The right stuff, the black one.
Yeah,
seen people use that. We've even used it at the dealer at sometimes.
Right stuff is awesome, but once you put it on, you are going to be fighting to get whatever you put on because that stuff holds permanently. It is the right stuff and the great stuff. That's just it's durable. It works. It's a good product, but it is a pain in the butt. Like you think the GM stuff was a pain in the butt to get off. Just try separating the pan from the block after you put great stuff on. It is a pain in the butt.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't miss pulling Allisons out every day anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, I don't know if it was, I think it was the last stream. Someone was talking about like a 3/4 inch bar. I got a 3/4 inch ratchet that I used to use, and it's extendable. You know, it's funny. I looked up one on Amazon, and it looks identical to mine. I don't know what brand mine is. I can't remember if I got it from Matco or Cornwell. And they have one on Amazon, and it's like $90, but it's telescoping. It's pretty long,
yeah.
And I used to use that to take the bolts out of the flywheel. That and the crank, unbolting the crank for the Duramax.
Yeah.
And that's a 3/4.
Yeah. That's the thing is I'm looking forward to trying my Hitachi 3/4 on it and getting on that. So, but for the most part, I still use my old Proto Air, the old one that did 600 foot home torque, but had the good RPM. I like for getting all the transmission bolts off, the housing bolts off. I have my 3-foot wobble and I put my old Air Proto on it and boom, done, gone. Boom, done, gone. And it's just a wobble extension. That's all you need. You don't need any wobble bit or anything like that. But that old Proto, I will never get rid of that thing. That's one air gun that I will keep for the rest of my life.
That's the difference between you and the Canadians and people from the United States. You actually take the time to get out that long ass extension and your wobble bullshit and your impact. Us Americans can be so strong, we just break it apart.
Yep.
I'm gonna end the stream, so if anybody wants to say goodbye to all.
Meanwhile, I'm the Canadian that puts engine blocks on their laps and bench presses them.
Thanks for all watching.